today's trip is going to be taking us from Lebanon to West Lebanon, which West Lebanon is almost 2 hours away, give or take. It's pretty much nearby the Illinois state line. So, yeah, that's interesting. So, along the way, there's going to be a few ghost towns of Indiana, most of which are pretty much long gone, but something to check out. Well, anyway, let's get on the Sunday drive. So right here used to be where the diner used to be. They have moved that to Frankfurt. They were able to save it.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto Indiana 28 West.
So it was in really bad shape, but they were able to save the front of the diner. And right now they're trying to restore it or use it for a new diner. So in the future, you may be able to see that in Frankfurt at a new diner. But yeah, I thought it was going to be a goner for sure. It's a really cool diner, though. I remember passing it all the time when I was little. It's that family up here around Lafayette. My great-grandparents lived in Clarksville. My great-grandpa was the fireman, the fire chief of the town. And my family also owned the farm out here too. But yeah, I always remember passing that diner, and the diner was abandoned still even back then too. But I just always wanted to go in there somehow. And a few years ago, someone lost control of their vehicle and crashed into the side of the diner, creating this big hole in the side of the diner. So around Christmas time, we were able to go inside. Oh, it's abandoned. Oh, another house. Well, yeah, I guess it's like a Christmas present or something. I was able to go inside. And then sadly, over time, it just, open to the elements. It made it to where a lot of people would be able to go inside and, vandals and all that. So I thought they were just going to demo the place, but some folks in Frankfurt, Indiana were able to salvage it, parts of it. I think like the front of it is like what's going to be saved from it. And so they were able to like just pick it off out of the ground and just like haul it to Frankfurt. And as we speak, I think they're still probably working on it, but they're going to use it for a new diner. So that would be pretty interesting. Check out when it's done. But I imagine it's going to be somewhere around Frankfurt. Yeah. But yeah, Stockwell. That's another town that. So we made it to Romney, Indiana. Now, Mitt Romney's family came from Romney, Indiana. Alright, that's a lie. But, yeah. That's what you will always think about when you say that, unfortunately. So, yeah. Romney, there used to be a town that existed here nearby. I think on this side of the town. So most of Indiana's ghost towns or former towns, not a lot of them have structures that exist still. There might be a graveyard, or some of them might have the churches that still exist, or a house, or something, but little trace of what it used to be in these towns. Just a little amount of trace, not very much. I believe it was around here. That's where that town would have been. through here.
Turn right onto West Jackson Street.
Nice tank. So that's Attica.
Continue on US 41 north for 3/4 of a mile.
This is the mighty Wabash right here. That bridge back there, I think, is actually abandoned. Yeah. Let's see out there.
In a quarter mile, turn right onto Indiana 55.
Coming up on another ghost town here. Or extinct town or previous town. Glencliff. Glencliff is the name of the ghost town here. So somewhere around these parts, there's a little town used to exist. Or this really would be what's left of it. Yeah, thank God I have this Outback now, because traveling on gravel roads with that Eclipse was not fun. But I think that's about it here. Get another preview of that. Very cool. Well, see you later, Glencliff.
Continue on East Independence Road for 1 mile.
Now our next stop's going to be visiting Kramer, Indiana, where hotel was at. I missed a couple of things there. Well, I didn't really miss. I just didn't go inside yet. But as the house is across the street from the hotel, I'm gonna have to check out. So, meet you there. Alright, so coming up on Kramer. Ironically enough, the actor who played Kramer in Seinfeld, his family came from here. Alright, that's also a lie. But, yeah. Now,
You have arrived.
people live in Kramer, yeah. But the area around Mudlavia was part of another town. Just another ghost town. I think it was just called Mudlavia. Yeah, there's also a school there. But down here, right pulled down there in that ditch, or sorta, is the hotel. Hello, old friend. I get to see it a little better now this time. Very nice. So, how big was it?
Well, I don't know exactly how big it was, but I know if you take like this whole brick right here, with all this, the big building, this little brick is like a size reference. This is just a teeny little piece of it.
So
Yeah.
it used to. So this is like the original corner of it where they had like
Yeah, it's
the
just
hotel
a
and
teeny piece.
Teeny piece.
Teeny piece of what
and
it
it
once was.
stretched all the way out to here.
Oh, so like this all used to be.
So yeah, so all of this would actually be a part of Mudlavia
Yeah,
as well.
there's,
This is just the last standing of it.
There's
Huh.
trails out there if you follow it'll lead to not buildings like this, but
There's like a little well out there.
yeah, there's
Really?
some cool
Little
stuff
pond
if you
and
follow
stuff.
the trails. I think we're not supposed to be here legally. I think we get in trouble, but
But overall, I mean, the owners don't really give too much as long as you don't get
Yeah.
hurt or anything on their
Yeah,
property.
yeah.
That's
There's some
Stepdad
drop-offs
Grandpa
there.
used to go to the school up there.
Oh yeah, there's a
His
school there.
aunt used to be a waitress here when it was a restaurant. The old gangsters from Chicago would come up here. Said they tipped really
Oh.
well.
So I did a little reading on it. There's a fire in like the 70s.
Yeah, there was 2 or 3 fires, I believe, and that's why because it just kept catching on fire, and they didn't want to keep putting the money into
Yeah,
it.
they didn't want
Yeah,
to
'cause-
rebuild it again because of how many fires they had out here. I think there was.
Yeah, it's like the original one was like in the 1890s or
Yeah,
something like
there was
that.
a guy, a farmer, who was digging in a field out here. I think over here, and he had some type of disorder, and he got into the water. He said it cured his disorder or whatever he had,
With the Locust
and that's where the
Springs
springs
over there.
come from. And then a guy named William H. Kramer, who was a big millionaire, got a hold of them, and then that's how they started this, because they said the water in the mud cured
'Cause
whatever
this used
you
to be
had.
a hospital, and then on top of
It was
that, they
a-
turned it into a hotel.
It was a mud spring,
Hmm.
it was a resort, really, is what it was.
Yeah.
For rich, if you go online, you can find journals from people who used to stay here, from poor farmers to rich people, and they loved it. They loved it out here. It's
Nice.
really hard to find. There's only a little bit of information about the place, just the
Yeah.
main details. But the journals are cool.
Yeah, I'll have to go check that out. Yeah.
Mudlavia, you learn to
Mudlavia,
read the journals.
Mudlavia,
They were
Kramer.
while they're staying here, they would stay here for months. Al Capone used to come up here from Chicago
Oh,
when it was
yeah.
a restaurant. And the resort, he would come up here. I don't know why, but
Which is
Yeah.
crazy because I mean it's literally in the middle of nowhere, basically. I mean,
Yeah.
but
It's a
it
little
was
far from
huge.
there.
I've seen multiple pictures of how dramatically big it is, and this is my first time actually coming down here, and I've lived here for like 5, 6
yeah, I used to
years
live
now.
like right up the hill, that house next to the school. I used to live there when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I went to the church there that used to be the school back in I think it was 1930. I was earlier, 1912 maybe. But there's tunnels underneath here that goes all throughout the town. There's a house up there. You go up the hill, there's a house up there that's kind of white. It looks like an old dilapidated house.
Yeah.
In the basement, there's a tunnel that comes here.
It's like connects to the
Yeah.
hotel.
I don't remember why they had all the tunnels, but
Come here, Alina.
that's another rumor with the
Maybe like
Chicago
a-
outfit. Is that the
Yeah, maybe it
here,
was-
it's a good place to hide.
Yeah, like speak that or, you know,
Speakeasy.
bootlegging.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
something like that. I could see that.
It's interesting.
Yeah. I have to say, like, it definitely, from what I've read, like, it had a lot of bad luck with, like,
Yeah,
fire.
When I was a
Yeah.
kid, we used to go to this church up here, and that I was always told that there was a satanic church here in the early 90s. I don't think there was. But the first time I came here, I mean, there was all kinds of weird satanic symbols all over the place. I don't know if that was just from people spray painting or...
Yeah, it's trying
But it
to...
always kind of just freaked me
Yeah.
out. There's a
Hooligans
lot
like
of myths
these,
and rumors.
Yeah.
Alright, honey, you ready?
All
Alright,
good
well,
to see you.
Nice to meet you.
How do I find that on YouTube? What's your YouTube name?
It's called Dash Borderless. So, like, dash and then border, like BORDER less.
You got it? Oh, I thought you were running that dashboard.
That was my TikTok.
Oh.
popped up.
So it's like, it has a picture of, like, a dashboard with a wheel and a... you know, it's like blue.
Yeah, because he watches a lot of YouTube stuff.
So the urbexing and...
Yeah.
Yeah. So I do a bit of, like, you know, just right now I'm going from Lebanon to West Lebanon.
Nice.
So just like, yeah, because like West Lebanon's like, you know, nowhere
Really
near,
tiny.
nowhere near Lebanon.
Yeah.
And there's going to be a bunch of ghost towns, you know, along the way.
That's
And
awesome. I mean, that is freaking awesome.
Yeah,
but
so
if
do
that
all
guy
that.
wouldn't just been digging in his field that day, this never would have came about.
yeah. So he just found like a spring,
Yeah,
just like
well,
digging
he
for.
was digging a big hole in his field, and it filled up with water, and he started drinking the water, and he said it like cured whatever the hell he had. So that's
Huh.
the town's name is Kramer, and William H. Kramer is the guy who invested in all this.
Oh, that's cool. All right. Well, nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you guys.
The Williamsport Library has stuff about this place. They
Oh,
got it like in not out in the public. You gotta ask them about it.
Yeah.
Go back there.
all right. Well, thank you. So it's like just this house here. Is that?
Yeah, it was just a regular house back in the 80s. Their grain elevator's still full of grain. They never harvested.
Oh. Oh.
Have a good day, man.
All right. You too. So that's what I always like about that. Just meet other people. While you're out here doing this. So yeah, this is part of Mudlavia, which is the house of it. Not too much left. Or, there's a bit left. This was a big house. Wow. Actually, I'm like, wow. So where I bet used to be. So I wonder if this was a part of a house or if this was just the just a storage area or something. Well, definitely learned a lot there. Because, yeah, that hotel did seem to be a lot bigger than what it was currently. Than what it is currently. Oh yeah, he wasn't kidding. It still has all the grain. Huh. There's a creek behind here. This is such a cool area. Very peaceful too. It's just out in the middle of nowhere. It's interesting to think that the hotel has that much history behind it. Yeah, Ford does not look stable. Yeah, I don't know. I imagine the whole satanic thing is probably just a bunch of hooligans. But who knows? Considering how much history that place had, it would not be surprising. There was like some satanic activity. Huh. All right. Nice little find here. Very cool. Well, all right. Next stop's going to be Brisco, Indiana. It's interesting though. So this hotel could have expanded all the way out there. Man. Just notice up on this hill, these trailers just all along this hill. Interesting.
US 41 north for 9
Right.
miles.
Hey, sun's peeking in a little, peeking through the clouds a little bit. Yeah, that's a surprise. Huh. Alright, well, welcome to Brisco, Indiana.
You have arrived.
There's not too much left. Or just a collection of houses.
Continue for 4 miles. Continue on Old US 41 for 3/4 of a mile.
Not yet. Oh, wait a minute, what's that? Let's check that out. So it's just a part of a. Maybe that was a part of it. Who knows? It's an interesting little barn there. Yeah. Neat little farm. Okay. Take a little turn around and go look at Brisco again and be on to our next stop. After that. Brisco. Yeah, well. See you later, Brisco.
Continue for 4 miles.
insane. It's maybe abandoned. Yeah, coming up on the next ghost town, Locust Grove. And
Destination beyond the left.
what is left of Locust Grove is a church and a cemetery. As it still bears
Destination is on the left.
its name. Former site of, oh, let's check that out. Oh. Let's see this barn. But it looks like that was the former site of the school that used to be here. Yeah. Turn around here a bit. So out here is where the former school stood of this town. Built in 1913, closed in 2000. Not too sure when it was demolished. It could have been around 2000, or it may have been later. It may have been recently. But this is where it once stood. This is the flagpole. Again with the flag. This is the last remaining part of the school, it seems like. Huh. There you go. I don't know what that was. That might have been part of the playground, maybe. Yeah. At one point, a school for a town that no longer exists used to stood here. Alright, our next stop is going to be Sloan, Indiana. Let's get on it. Central Time. That is how far I am. So that's how you know you were really close to the Illinois state line. Somewhere out there, a few miles, is the Illinois state line. It's crazy.
In a quarter mile, you will arrive at your destination. You have arrived.
So this is Sloan, Indiana. Nothing left. Foundation still exists. Just looking. Used to be something that stood here. So this town even had a general store. And it may have been one of these. Interesting. Yep. The store was torn down around the 90s. So there are pictures that exist of what that used to look like. What that used to look like. Yeah, I'll post it up right now. But yeah, not much left. Even had a railroad track. This would have been the railroad crossing. No longer in service. And they must be probably the only residents left. Sloan, Indiana. It's a little bit more over here. See where some structures probably once stood. I think Sloan was really like a whole ass town, pretty much. Stores and all sorts of things, possibly. A lot of these ghost towns in Indiana, you don't even see this left. Where the outline of where the building used to stand usually is completely gone. But you can definitely tell like a town used to exist here. Huh. What is that? What is that? Huh. Amazing. Branches. Yeah, that probably would have been one way to get into whatever building this was. Nice. It's just a little north of Sloan. This is following that railroad track. Yeah. So I remember seeing pictures. The railroad's crossing sign used to exist here, but somebody must have took it, or it just blew away at some point. Yeah. Now we are off to West Lebanon. Nice to get that bell. That's awesome. Yep. Made it to West Lebanon. Just I don't know if the original Lebanon had like big prospects or something. They were thinking their town was gonna reach all the way out here. I don't know. It's kind of weird. But regardless, we are in West Lebanon. Now, south of West Lebanon is the original site of West Lebanon. So in a way, it has its own ghost town south of here, where the original one once stood. Where the original one once stood. It even has a Pizza King. Nice. And so heading south, and you will reach the original site. And this town will be the last stop for this little trip here. Here, south of West Lebanon, was the original site of the town, which is, yeah, they call it the Old Town. And so, whatever happened, they decided to rebuild north of the town. So you got the actual West Lebanon. Here pretty soon. They do have a Pizza King. Something used to be right there, it looks like. Maybe. Yep. So this will conclude our little journey here. So we have made it. Made it to Lebanon. I mean, we made it from Lebanon to West Lebanon. It is a pretty massive city, man. Stretching counties and counties. It's amazing how such a city would exist like that. Alright, well, thank you for watching this. Thank you for watching this little Sunday road trip. Had a lot of fun finding all these ghost towns and such. But, yep. Till next time. See you around. Thank you for watching. Now I'm gonna get something to eat. Yep, well, yep. See y'all later. Alright, going to end it here. Going to end it here. Thank you. Yep, thank you. Going the speed limit. Alright. I think I'm gonna eat here. Eat at the Pizza King. Alright, see y'all later. Goodbye.